On this episode of the Nugget Project, I'm going to break my windscreen. Take my windscreen out. So I've been avoiding taking this windscreen out purely because I don't want to break it. But having a look up the top here, I knew there was a bit of rust and starting to grind it away. It needs fixing, and I was half tempted to just rust treat it and then kind of do some patching in there, but I'm always gonna know that the top of it's rusted, and when I've spent so much time getting rid of the rust on this car, it feels dumb to leave that in there. Now, the sensible thing to do would be to ring a professional glass person and get them to come and take it out, which I did several times, and none of them want to do it. Basically, they want to charge me for a new windscreen. They don't want to just come over here and take this windscreen out because they can only charge me like 50, 60, 70 bucks, and it's not worth it for them. So yeah, they're like, oh no, I'm too busy for that. They don't want to do it. So that sucks. So it's left me now to take the windscreen out myself. Now I've spoken to a few mates and chances are it's going to break. And even when I spoke to the windscreen guys, the specialists, they're like, if I take that windscreen out, it's probably going to break. This is the professionals saying, I'm probably going to break it. So what I did first, I'm not as dumb as I look, luckily. I got online and I found a replacement windscreen for this. Now I'm scared because the windscreen for my Sora cost an absolute fortune when that broke, when my dad owned it. But I went online, I found a windscreen company that had a windscreen for this car in Queensland for $255. I'm like, man, that's cheap, but it's in Queensland. Anyway, I rang them up and they're like, oh yeah, we'll ship it down for free. We've got windscreens going all over the place all the time. So they can take it to a warehouse near my work for free and I can buy it for 255 bucks. That is cheap. So I figure for that price, it is worth me having a crack at taking this windscreen out. So how do we do it? Let me show you the tools I bought. Holy moly, it is cold this morning. When I woke up, it was 3 degrees. I think it's warmed up to about 6. Bikini weather, right? It's freezing. Anyway, this is a kit I bought off, I think, eBay, but you can probably get it off any of the cheap websites. And it's a windscreen removal kit. Now, even if I never remove a windscreen again, some of these tools are actually really cool, so I'm not angry to have them. Remember, never be angry about buying tools, you'll always use them. So this one I'll definitely use again. This is a trim removal tool, so it's for popping out the little trim pieces and stuff like that. These are very cool. I do have one, but not quite as strong as this, so very cool. Luckily, I don't have any trim. It's already removed by Theodore, the last owner, so it's good. Now, this one's very cool. Usually you buy these separate, but this came together. I do need to loosen this up, but this is a sharp blade and a handle, and basically you dig that into the polyurethane in the side of the windscreen and hold it upright and use that handle and you cut the polyurethane out. Very cool piece of kit that. Now, bear in mind, there are older ones, so modern windscreens, I don't actually know, this probably might not be glued on with polyurethane because it's so old, but all modern windscreens apparently use a polyurethane sealant. And this is a blade for polyurethane. It's stronger, it's a hardened steel. A lot of these ones you can get online actually has a longer steel and it'll be silver, and that's actually for the older style sealant they use for older cars. That will break trying to get polyurethane out, so just be aware what type you're buying if you're buying it online, because otherwise, you'll just break it straight away. Now, this actually doesn't really have any instructions. It's some sort of trim removal tool. Sweet, cool, good. There was one little tool missing. Don't know what that was. But one of the main ones is, we've got these two handles. Oh no, a roll of wire. So that is like strengthened steel line. Two handles here. And what you do, basically, you poke the wire through and then you run the wire through the handles and use it and you saw the sealant away. So I'll show you that. And this little guy here, it has a little fork in the end and a hole, and we use that for threading the wire through so we can put it on the handle. So that's all the tools. Once again, pretty cheap, so I'm not angry about having any of those. Hell, that trim removal tool could probably be 20 bucks in a shop, so 30 bucks for a whole lot, pretty cool. All right, one thing we do need to do, and it sucks that it's so cold today, is we need to heat up the sealant. It's much easier to work with that if it is warmer. So we'll heat up, I'm probably gonna heat up the whole windscreen a bit, and then we'll probably start on this edge unfortunately down the bottom here. So this the sealant removal tool, this handle one, I could probably use on the edge because the sealant's right near the edge of glass. But obviously that blade's only about that long. Down here on the bottom of the windscreen, the sealant's all the way up here, but the glass goes down like that much further. So I won't be able to use that, so we will have to use the wire and try and saw it out. I've been debating whether to put this video up if the windscreen breaks, which there is a fair chance it is going to break, but hell, I think it's good to show you guys the realities of doing these things. And this will just be another thing that I'm doing myself on this car. As I said, I want to build this entire car myself, and that is now including removing a windscreen. So if I break it, I'm going to put the new windscreen in myself. I'll get a tube of the proper sealant and I will put the windscreen in myself, because screw these windscreen guys that won't come and help me, even though I'm trying to offer them money. Okay, so unfortunately our little diggy tool probably won't work on this windscreen, because even this overlap here, like I can just get into it, but only a couple of mil, and then it's going to be, yeah, it's going to bottom out, which sucks because the sealant goes all the way into there. So yeah, looks like that is going to be fairly useless to us. So we're going to have to use the wire one. Let's give that a go. All right, so we've got our little handle to slide this through. So I guess I'll put the wire through, fold it over. We can use that, get some pliers and to squash that down. Alrighty, we can use that to push it through here, but I want to put more heat on it. I just want this to get nice and hot and nice and soft. Really would rather not break this windscreen if I can help it, but if I do, I do. It's all part of working on cars. Let's give this a go. Holy moly. It's in there. Whoa, you got to give that a fair heave-ho to get that through. Okay. So now I can pull some of that wire through. I just dropped the roll to it, it went all over the ground, so that's good. It's like unraveled everywhere. Okay. Now I undo it from the T-bar. There we go. I'll pull that T-bar back out. Yeah. You got to remember that sealant was done in a factory in Japan 40 years ago. It has been there a while. All right, so we've got a wire through now. So now it's time to put some handles on it so we can make a saw. Okay, so we'll straighten the wire up a bit. And then goes into the hollow end on the small end of the handle. Feed that through. There you go. And that just comes out there. I think you just feed it through that hole. So, and just pull that, and that locks it in. Sick. All right, now I need to cut. So that's one end of the handle there. Figure out how long we want it, probably about that long. Excuse my sniffly nose. As I said, it's very cold today. All right, we'll cut that wire there and put our other handle on. Okay, so feed through the middle, up and through the hole, and then wedge that all in place. Alrighty. Oof. Now, once again, I'm going to put a bit more heat on this because I just want it to cut well. I'm going to go up the side here. Let's have a little bit of a saw, see what happens. Come on, baby, behave. Okay. So that wire's got like a rubber, holy crap, that cuts well. It's got like a rubber coating on it. As soon as that rubber coating came off, it started cutting real good. Okay, zoom the camera out. All right, a bit more heat. Just really want this to be nice and soft and not fight me. All right, let's go. Okay. Also, I'm cutting towards the steel of the car, not the windscreen, so I don't want to chip the windscreen. Wow, okay. Well, there we go. The whole section is now cut. I'm not counting my chickens. It's going to be a little bit of a pain around here because it gets really close to the steel. So I'm just going to have to kind of wiggle around that, but I think I'm just going to use the cable until it snaps and then do a new one. I think feeding it in is the scary part, but if I've already cut it, hopefully it'll feed easier. Anyway, let's speed this up because you don't need to see me sawing, and hopefully we can cut through the top. Fingers crossed. Okay, I had my first cable break, and the reason being is there's a lot more rust up here than I expected, and it started to cut into the rust, and the rust actually snapped the cable. I'm a bit concerned what I'm going to find under this windscreen now, but gotta fix it, hey? So this might be a bigger job than I thought, but we are all the way to over here, which is great. So now I just need to, I have to feed a new cable in and maybe go from the other direction over there. Touch wood though, it's going well. Okay, so I've cut all the way around. She seems like she's free. It's off. Now to get it off the car without breaking it, I think I might go and ask my beautiful wife for a hand. I've got my beautiful wife out here to help me. Okay, so that's it. And try and get it vertical. That's it. So let's strain it. All right. Cool. Easy. I think I've got it now. That's all right. And there we go. A big old hole. And unfortunately, a shit ton of rust, as is the way with this car. So I'm gonna have to fix all of that. But at least I can now without that windscreen there. Plus it means I can paint all this up, make this all look good, ready for the windscreen to go back in. Very cool. I've just popped the windscreen in the second shed here. Oh, hey, Sora. Next to the Nug. Oh, hey, Nug. I've just got it resting up there, so I'll just have to clean all the sealant off it. But I'll find somewhere safe to pop that. Very cool. So there we go, guys. Windscreen's out, and all for the cost of a windscreen removal tool. So I only used this and a little pokey tool to get the wire in. I didn't use any of the other stuff, and I found this tool alone with the pokey thing for 15 bucks delivered. So it's even cheaper than the whole kit. Unreal, worked well, and I only broke one wire. This wire's still good. It's what a cool bit of kit. You just gotta take your time. I think the key is lots of heat. So I was heating up that old, whatever this is, polyurethane or whatever, and that really helped just soften it up, and it just cut nicely. The hardest part was this part down here on the bottom of the windscreen, because you got to kind of reach through. Once you've got it a certain way, you just use they use a longer wire, and then you can cut, and that's fine. Sunroof really helped for doing the top, same thing, but you can put your arm through the sunroof, so that was much easier. Anyway, worked out well. So at this point, I'd like to just give a very sincere, heartfelt to all the tradies that didn't want to come and help me out. You didn't make any money and I did it myself. So, and it's cool. Now, this is one more thing I've done myself on this car. At the moment, I have had zero help with any of this. This whole car is done 100% by myself, and the way I'm going, hopefully, the only thing I'll actually get done is tyre fitting and balancing. But hell, maybe we'll just buy a machine and do that and just do the entire car myself. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Maybe I'll try and put a link in the description for one of these tools, but it worked well, did the job. Now we can do the rust repair up here because that looks manky.